So just what I just talked about. To determine how many TV impressions I'm buying, I take the Nielsen rating, which is a percent, it's like a reach, and multiply by the number of people in the DMA times the number of TV spots I buy, and that's correct. I buy one spot with a 6% rating, so I'm reaching 6% of the total DMA. I buy one spot with a 10% rating, I'm reaching 10% of the DMA. So that's 6% of the DMA plus 10% of the DMA equals how many impressions? And you remember the internet also gets a little kooky with impressions. We went over this in some detail. You remember with mobile, it's an opportunity to see. And the IAB, the Interactive Advertising Bureau, has decided that for a video ad, all you have to do, if as you're scrolling, right, because you're scrolling your phone, if you've got 50% of the pixels in the ad, or in other words, of the total space of the ad, is there for 2 seconds, that's an impression. That's an opportunity to see. So very minimal. And, you know, I asked this question on the mobile quiz, and most of you, almost all of you got this right, that it's, wow. So it's any 2 seconds. Any continuous 2 seconds is an impression. So remember again, how do we measure the impressions? You know conceptually it's one person sees an ad one time, but how do you measure it? What counts is really seeing? And they're saying it's an opportunity to see most media, but it's, right? How really good is that opportunity? Okay. And with print, it's normally the subscriptions, newsstand sales, plus some kind of pass-along rate. And your book says it's 2.65% as a pass-along rate. And it doesn't matter how big the ad is for it to count as an impression. I can take a little teeny tiny quarter-page black and white ad at the back of a magazine, and it counts just as much as a multi-page full-color insert at the front of the magazine with a scent sample. They're both one impression. One's better than the other, but they're both one impression. So the answers are, you run, I buy, oh Lord, it's embarrassing. I'm sorry, everyone. I buy and, okay, how many impressions do I get? The answer is 760,000. Now, I didn't include pass-along readership. If you had or mentioned it, you'd get some extra credit. One person sees that one half page. It's in the magazine somewhere, so it counts as an impression. Everyone who receives the buys the magazine, either through subscription or on a newsstand, counts as having seen the ad. And we all know not everybody is going to see every ad unless they read the darn thing cover to cover. So once again, you see it's an opportunity to see. It's not really proof that they're seeing. Proof that they're really seeing is a harder thing to measure. Okay. And here's the one that's just like the Time and People one from the book. You know, you buy another magazine, circulates 320,000. 30% of the second magazine also subscribe to the first magazine. So what do? You have to take 760,000 plus 320,000 minus 30% of 320,000. That gives you your total unduplicated impressions. Then to get your reach, you find out what percentage that total number of unduplicated impressions is of your total audience, which is 5 million. Okay, and when you do that multiplication, you'll find that your reach, the accurate number is 19.68%. Now, what frequency do I achieve? And this is that middle group in the example from your book. It's that 6% of people that get both magazines. Hey, just think, I got the ad in the first magazine that I read, got it in the second magazine. That's 2. That's a frequency of 2 because I just bought 1 month each. And those are your answers. And remember, it's in Chapter 8 in the textbook. You get a nice full explanation of it. I hope that clears it up for everybody. And have a good day.